Greetings, everyone. I am here today to present to you how to do ratio and proportion word problems. So, to illustrate ratio and proportion word problems, I'm going to give you a real life situation that I experienced about 5 years ago when I went to Costa Rica. So, anyways, I traveled to Costa Rica, and when I arrived, the exchange rate was $5 for 530 colones. And when I arrived at Costa Rica, I exchanged money and I found that my bill or the amount of money that I had was 44,000 colones. And we're going to find out how many dollars I brought with me to Costa Rica. So to get started, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to circle all the numbers inside of a word problem because, well, they're there for a reason. That's what's important. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight exchange rate $5 for 530 colones. So one of the central things that's important in these ratio and proportion word problems is actually thinking about what we are comparing. So we are comparing dollars to colones. And once when we know exactly what we're comparing, we can set up ratios exactly the way that we need to solve what we need to solve for in the word problem. So I'm going to say dollars over colones. So I'm going to say 5 over 530. So we're going to go on and read a little bit more. So I was pleasantly surprised to find that I received 44,000 colones. So I'm going to put the 44,000 into the colones row. So it's important to think about whether you're going to put it in the dollar or the colones row. And the question is, how many dollars did Mr. Benzel bring? So there's only one space that I can put X inside of my proportion. So we're going to put that in the dollars row. Now remember, cross multiply means that you multiply diagonally. So I like to circle diagonally what I like to multiply. And cross multiplying makes life nice and easy. So if you're good at that, you're pretty set for these word problems. And let's see, I took my calculator out. 44,000 times 5 is 220,000. So here's 220,000. And that equals to 530x. And this is a nice one-step equation. We want to get x all by itself, so I'm going to divide 530 on both sides. All right. And let's see how many dollars I have. So let's take the handy calculator out here. So according to this exchange rate, I brought $415 to Costa Rica. So even though 44,000 seems like a lot, it really just amounts to $415.09. So maybe enough for a night or two at a hotel and meals.